What is the nature of the infrastructure that's needed to deliver on the promise of the cars of the future?
There's already a lot of infrastructure available in Europe, and the challenge I think we have today is to really bring together the two industries, is the car industry and the telecom industry, to work together on how can we accelerate the development of smarter cars and what kind of networks and what kind of interaction between cars and networks do we need. That's also why we have created or going to create a new association in Europe, which is going to be called EATA, is the European Association of Automotive and Telecom Companies, to really see what is the joint roadmap we need to develop. That's for existing networks, but the group is also going to look at what do we need to do for the future. It's clear that we will have to build faster networks, networks which will react much faster to users. We will need 5G networks, which will provide very low latencies, very high bandwidth, which will be able to provide connectivity to so many devices in the world. So that's what we really need. The investment challenge for that is huge. So a lot of calculations have been made already. We asked an opinion from Boston Consulting Group. They say it will cost at least 500 billion, probably 660 billion in Europe to realize that.
Investment is the key word here. I mean, is there a role for public-private investment? I mean, are there places where 5G isn't just going to get there by market demand?
I think most of it will come from private. And what we absolutely must avoid is that we use public money where private investment works, because then you basically crowd out private money. It's bad, and it also is not a very good use of public money. So that's what we absolutely need to avoid. There might be in certain areas, but I think it will be very limited, where there's no business case to be made, can be useful to use public money. Might also be useful to use some public money to start some pilots, to test new things, and that's what we are also discussing in the new association or the new alliance, is to see how we can use public money from the European level to fund pilots and new tests on smart cars and how to interact with mobile networks.
And finally then, if there was just one priority for action specifically to deliver these smart cars rather than 5G in general, what would you say it would be, or what would be your best advice on that?
Really incentivize as much private initiatives as possible. Means collaboration between industries, but also making sure that we have policies that stimulate private initiative. That's going to be key going forward.